Hey everybody, it's LaDonna Marie, internationally multi-award-winning author, speaker, and personal development life coach of LaDonna Marie Books, where my mission is to discover the champion in you through healing and changing the narrative in your life, one book at a time. You can shop and find out more information at www.ladonnamarie.org and check out the shop page. Welcome to Inspirational Talks with LaDonna Marie, a Planting Positive Seeds podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inspirational Talks with your host, LaDonna Marie, and also co-host, Jade Emery. So I am so excited that on tonight I have a great friend that's going to be on the show, and I can't wait for you all to, to meet her and to hear her interview on tonight. I'm so excited because, I'm planting positive seeds. We always plant positive seeds in the lives of others daily. And it's an honor to bring my friend Lekeisha onto the podcast. She had been on before. I think we were getting ready to do some things, a conference that she was a part of for Planting Positive Seeds, years ago. And she came by and hung out with us then. So we want to see what she is up to. And so I'm going to read a little bit of her bio, and then I'm going to bring her in. And so Lekeisha Mosley is a highly successful business identity strategist and the owner of My Identity Driven Life, LLC. Lekeisha is also a certified coach, speaker, teacher through the John C. Maxwell team. She has impressive achievements in administration, counseling, business management throughout her personal and professional career in the United States government. And so I'm so excited. Without further ado, Lekeisha, come on into the broadcast. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, LaDonna. I am doing so well. I'm so thankful to be on the episode with you, and I'm just ecstatic, feeling very good.
Thank you. It's so good to have you here, to have you back. I want to share with all of the listeners, here on Inspirational Talks, what you have going on. And I want to say a quick thank you because I said that I was going to start doing this. Jade and I always look at, who's listening, who's watching, who's out there listening to us. And so I just want to say a thank you. The podcast has reached over 1,300 views. And so in different countries all over the world. And I just want to do a special shout out to United States, everybody that's listening over here on this side, to Germany, Ireland, the Philippines, United Kingdoms, Australia, South Africa, Nigeria, India. I'm shouting you out, Egypt, Trinidad, Ghana, Canada, and so many more. You did not hear your country tonight. Throughout many of the episodes, I'm going to be showing love because you all could be anywhere in the world, but you make sure that you come back to hear my amazing guests every week, and you come back and show us love. And so today I just wanted to shout out a couple of the countries and also, the U.S., but I wanted to say thank you. So Lekeisha, here we are. I'm glad to have you. Tell me a little bit about your career. I know I gave, some in the bio, but tell us a little bit more about yourself and your career. Anything that I missed, share it with the listening audience.
Wow, thank you so much for this platform. I'm excited. What I've been doing currently is really just been focusing on the various avenues when it comes to mental health. LaDonna, definitely that I am a mental health advocate and how important that is for me to be able to understand just how it is doing something to America today and all over the world. Everyone is affected. It's not, just one single country. It's really everyone. Definitely when it comes to this pandemic, that everyone has been dealing with. Honestly, that is tragic when you have to deal with something that you don't have any control over. And honestly, when you don't have control over something, either you're going to adapt to change or you're not going to adapt to change. And honestly, just understanding the facts, that's what's happening today.
Right.
People are leaving early, Madonna. People are actually committed suicide. They're leaving early. They're like, I can't deal with this and don't know how to cope, and they're taking their lives. So honestly, I've been dealing with that. So definitely understanding how I can definitely help out the community, even my family too, how to deal with those things. So that's where, what I'm doing right now today.
You know what? I thank you. I just want to say thank you for your yes, and thank you for being available. Because, a lot of times, in times past, people didn't talk about mental health. They didn't feel safe to tell someone they felt depressed, or, the anxiety was getting the best of them. Many people suffered in silence. A lot of people would go through, and then you would hear of something happening, or there would be an incident. And so I just want to thank you for you standing and stepping in the gap to be able to help those who need, and you being available to be a resource for your community, and being able to let them know that, your organization and everything that you do, that you're here to help. And so I just want to say thank you, because it's not taken for granted. And one of the big things why I always love about, inspirational talks is because we get to talk about those things that I know that that's a need for someone out there listening. And so I love to have, guests come on, and like even tonight, I know that we're going to be talking about amazing things that people who are actually going through, we can meet them where they are. And individuals like you, Lekeisha, can let them know that they're not alone, and that there are resources out there to help them. So thank you again. Thank you. So I want to ask you, and I always ask those, people who come by the show, what inspires you to do what you do?
Wow, I love that question. Definitely what inspires me to do what I do is doing things that make me feel good, doing things that makes me laugh, doing things that makes me really want to resolve, something, honestly, joyful living is truly my motto, understanding how we have to laugh and smile, and we have to do it in the areas that we feel comfortable in. Unfortunately, we lose that spark to even smile, right, to even create, some type of grin. You're supposed to wake up in the morning saying, yes, I feel good, versus
right,
like, oh no, I've messed up.
Yeah.
And it's real talk. So definitely creating those avenues where you can have inspirational living is always the goal. Whatever it is, if it's a comedy show, if it's laughing at a meme, if it's looking at something funny, or drawing or painting, music, whatever it is, always those resources really keeps my adrenaline going. And honestly, that's really what keeps it working for me, for sure.
Well, I thank you, because we do, when we wake up in the morning, we need to see those things that inspire us. We need to see those things that will help us to know, that this is another day, and for us to be grateful about just being in it. And so, being inspired by those things around you is a help to, our development, who we are, and also what we give out to other people. So I do appreciate you sharing that with us. I want to ask you, and I always ask my viewers and people who come on the show, what are some of the highlights and achievements that you have gotten over the years? Because I love to ask that question, because when we are working in our gifts, working in our gift, talents, and abilities, we want to share with others, and those things that we've done because we said yes, to what got our God purpose. And so could you share with us some of your highlights and some of your achievements?
I love that question. some of my highlights that I can really remember is really diving into the Lekeisha Mosley show, actually going out, from where I'm currently at into another state and actually doing interviews with amazing people, musicians, business owners, nonprofits, it doesn't matter, pastors, really just talking to them and just saying, what are you doing? How's it going for you? And just hearing their transparency was just a vibe for me, and really understanding how amazing that is. And honestly, there's so many people out there actually doing their dreams by their gifts and talents, and not by just, their 9 to 5s or however, or a business that they really don't want to go to. They're really having a good time creating. So that's the highlight for me. And also just really creating when it comes to seeing people when I speak, having a conversation when I speak, and connecting those dots together and just hearing, the minds of the people, when I speak to them. So honestly, that's the highlight for me. And honestly, I got so many more, but at the same time, we have to land our plane, I always say.
Yes, and I thank you for just sharing that with us. It's always good to know, like what's going on in our life and those things that we've accomplished, because first we set out to do them. So I thank you for sharing that. I thank you for interviewing those, those people, those musicians, those pastors, and giving them an opportunity and chance to share with the world what they do. And so thank you for diving into you're multifaceted. You have things going on. I know you have the nonprofit, you have your shows, books, and things. We'll talk about that. So thank you again, Lekeisha, for sharing with us what you've done and some of those accomplishments and achievements. This is a part of the show when I want to ask you, share with us a time when you had to overcome an obstacle. And I asked this question because, like I said before, all of those listeners that are out there, I don't know who would be the guest that would help them with their issue or their place where they feel stuck. And so if you could share with the guest a moment in time that you've overcame an obstacle, we would love to hear it.
Wow, I love that question as well. Definitely overcoming an obstacle in my health. I pretty much, I was working and doing things I was doing, but my health was really scaling down. My body was not doing what it's supposed to do. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I couldn't actually clean myself. It was really going south. I didn't understand, and honestly, something was happening with my nerves, and then it needed some help. I needed some help. So when I went to my neurologist, he actually just told me, what, you're pretty much having an episode. There's something going on when it comes to the nerves, in your body, and you really just need to do something to that. So you need some new medication. I went through a process in this medication that was given to me, in order for me to be able to have strength to walk again. My husband had to be the person to wash me, to bathe me, and to, get me together. Isn't that crazy? I'm a grown woman and trying to go through that, so that was huge for me. So thankful we got past that state, and was able to understand, to be empowered to say thank you, humble to say, what, you never know what may happen where you need help and assistance, right? So I'm just thankful for that. That's something that I can inspire others to know, that it doesn't matter what's going on, God has got your back, and you can elevate and overcome anything.
Yes, and I thank you for sharing that with us, because there could be someone out there listening, like I said, in that same exact feeling or situation. And so we thank you for your vulnerability, because like you said, it was something that you were used to doing for yourself, and now you had to depend on your husband. But at a certain sense, I know you still felt like I could, I used to do this, I should be doing this. And just being humble, and then to see where you are now, to see how you've grown and how you've healed and how now you're at this place where you can reach back and help others by sharing, this story. Thank you. We never know who we're impacting with our stories. And so here on Inspirational Talks, like I said, we're planting positive seeds in the lives of others daily. And so listeners, if you're out there, just take it. Like she said, God got your back. I have that on the front of my car. God has my back. And so I know that whatever situation that I find myself in, whether it's something big or maybe something small, that he has my back and he's going to help me to make it through. And so thank you again for sharing that. Now, Lekeisha, here comes the time where I know we've been talking about your new book. Share with the listeners the title of your book and just discuss with us give us a description of what's the book about.
Wow, thank you so much for asking. The book is called How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus. And wow. It's amazing. It's pretty much like a journey, honestly, transparent journey of my life. This book has really been a few years. Honestly, I had one copy of this book before, but it was pretty much surface. Just pretty much I knew that I loved the title, but it didn't have enough meat in it. Pretty much, it really needed some more information to say, how to get unstuck. So pretty much, it's a series of chapters, of, how you go from an unstuck state to from a stuck state to be unstuck. So right. You have to go through that process. Sometimes we don't realize it. Sometimes we don't realize we're confused and we're not receiving answers. And then it's pretty much that book is telling you just my journey from being stuck to being unstuck and having affirmations, having, understanding how a vision board is worth it, how saying, honest and authentic, understand you need a mentor, even though if you may be a mentor, you need a coach to train you to, get to the elevation where you need to be. And the book is just loaded with everything. It tells you the momentum that you need to have, and it's your gift to have. And honestly, it's a resource that you need. I use it all the time. It's something that impacts me, and definitely I want it to be able to impact the world. So thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much. Like, I'm excited getting, unstuck. And I had a conversation earlier about that, and we, going from confusion. And thank you. That's going to help so many people, because there's so many people that come to a point in their life where they feel like they're stuck and they can't go forward. But I love when you said about affirmations. I have some on my wall. I have some in my mirror in my bathroom. They pop up on my phone. I am a big affirmation person. And also vision boards. I really love when you can see the vision in front of you. And so I know that the readers who will be a recipient of going to purchase your book are going to gain so much information and wisdom of your journey to help them on theirs. And so I'm excited about this. Congratulations. So is the book out? Where can the people go and find it? Tell them where they can go and find it.
Absolutely. So the book is available on Amazon. Definitely you can purchase the book there. And definitely it's different avenues where you can actually purchase the book from myself. I can mail the book to you. But the peak about that is by me mailing it to you, I'm able to give you my little spice with it. I was also able to sign it for you and just show you how much it means to me for you to invest in anything that I create and to be able to do that. But at the same time, if you can't do that, it is available on Amazon.
Yeah, we want you all to go out there and purchase it from her website so she can sign and give you that love. We always love, Amazon as well, but as authors, we do want, them to come to us so that we can, like you said, I love writing those heartfelt, messages as I mail out books. And so, Lekeisha, I'm so excited for you. I wanted to also ask you, because I always ask, what are some things that you do outside? What are some fun things that you do outside of like your business? And, how do you have fun? How do you relax? Like, share with us, because we always need tips.
Absolutely. Well, if anybody knows me, I love music. I'm from Detroit. I'm from the Motor City, and that's, I grew up that way, and everything that happened, doesn't matter what's going on, we can count on some music, good music. So I love to listen to any type of music, believe it or not. I love to listen to hip hop. I love to listen to jazz. I love to listen to, classical music. It doesn't matter. I love to listen to all types of music. Really, I believe there's something in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Something in the language of music. We're talking to people when we write songs, when we are, doing that type of creation. And honestly, I love it because I feel it. It really is a vibration that's happening there. I love honestly doing those things. Honestly, when you have affirmations that you read and listen to in the morning, I love my affirmations. It's the music. It's like the music, and it's the words that are being told to me. And it's like, the downloads of how much you can win and how you're great and awesome. Sometimes you need to listen to that first thing in the morning to remind you just how great you are. So yeah, those are the things that I love and truly I value a lot.
Well, I thank you for sharing that. Music, I always found that music is good to listen to because it takes your mind from where you are to the places in the music. And so I do appreciate you sharing it with us. Like I said, we're always looking for tips on how, because we are moms, husbands, wives, business people, entrepreneurs, having jobs. And so I always ask that question. So maybe we can take something away from how you relax, how you have fun, because we always have to have a balanced life. And so I'm so glad that you were able to share that. Lekeisha, this is a time I have so enjoyed you being on the podcast, but if there are any final thoughts, anything that you want to add to the listeners that are out there, I promise you they are listening. They can't wait to, hear what you're saying. So what are some of your final thoughts that you would like to share with them?
Definitely. Well, I would like to share with everyone that you're worthy, that you can do anything, and that you are enough. And I believe in you. Sometimes you don't get that a lot, that somebody believes in you. And I just want to be that one to tell you that I believe in you. I love you. I think that you are loved. You deserve anything, that you can be anything. And just lead today and every day, knowing that somebody believes in you and love you. So I want to tell you, one love, always.
Thank you so much. So we love you here. Lekeisha loves you. Believe in yourself. She believes in you. Could you give us one more time the title of your book so that they can go out from here and go to purchase it immediately?
Absolutely. So the title of my book is How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus.
All right. So you've heard it here. Make sure that you go out there and pick up her book. It's on Amazon, or go over to her website and purchase your copy. Support this wonderful author so that she can help you on your journey. Lekeisha, it's been an amazing time. I thank you so much for coming and sharing your wisdom and your value here with the listeners of Inspirational Talks. We just thank you, and I thank you for your pour on today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate you and everyone else listening.
You're so welcome. So you've heard it here. This is the interview with Lekeisha Mosley. Thank you all for listening. Be sure to come back every Monday at 6:30 Central and 7:30 Eastern. And be sure to check us out. We're on iHeart. We're on Amazon Music. Go over to Apple, share with your friends, leave us a comment. Say something if you want it to be seen or heard in the interviews, upcoming interviews. Leave us a clip. And so we thank you so much. I'm signing off. This is LaDonna Marie, host of Inspirational Talks. Peace and blessings, everybody. This has been another purpose-packed episode of Inspirational Talks with LaDonna Marie, a Planting Positive Seeds podcast. Please remember to like, share, and tell your friends about the podcast. Stay tuned for many more
Inspirational Talks with LaDonna Marie.